everyone, my name is Katya and today I'm going to show you how to crochet these bunny coasters. It's a quick and easy pattern, so let's get to it and create something great. For this project I'm using number 4 medium weight yarn. I have it in 2 colors. I'm going to be using acrylic yarn, but I do recommend for you to use cotton yarn. You're also going to need your 4.5 millimeter crochet hook, scissors, and a tapestry needle. The coasters are measuring about 5 inches by 4.5 inches wide. We're going to start with the magic ring. To work on your magic ring, hold your yarn tail with your thumb, wrap your yarn around your 2 fingers, crisscross it in the front, hold on to your working yarn with your ring finger, insert your hook into the first circle, pull out the second circle, and here we made a loop. Go into your working yarn and chain 1. Here we have a magic ring with the chain 1. Chain 1 more. Total we have 2 chains. This 2 chain doesn't stand for anything. We're going to work 12 double crochets into the magic ring. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4. Continue working your double crochets. At the end you should have a total of 12. At the end of round 1 you should have 12 double crochets. Go ahead and pull on this yarn tail and it'll tighten the center. To end this round we're going to slip stitch into our first double crochets. So don't slip stitch into this 2 chains that we created, but go on top of the double crochet right over here and slip stitch into that stitch. Like so. Now you can pull on this yarn tail a little bit more. Chain 2, 1, 2. Into this first stitch where we slip stitched into, we're going to work 2 double crochets. So here's 1 double crochet. And go back into that same stitch and work your second double crochet. Here I have a total of 2 double crochets. Go into the next stitch and work 2 double crochets. Here's 1, and go back into that same stitch and work your second double crochet, and that's the repeat. It's just working 2 double crochets into each stitch around, and again working 2 double crochets into the following stitch. So continue working like this, and at the end of this round you should have 24 double crochets. To end round 2, work your slip stitch on top of the first double crochet. For round 3, chain 2. Into the first stitch where we slip stitched into, we're going to work 1 double crochet. Into the following stitch, work 2 double crochets. So here's my first one. And go back into that same stitch and work your second double crochet. Repeat, work 1 double crochet into the next stitch and 2 double crochets into the following stitch. Again, work 1 double crochet into the next stitch and 2 double crochets into the following stitch. Continue working like that, and at the end of this round you should have 36 double crochets. To end round 3, we're going to slip stitch on top of the first double crochet of the previous round. Now let's go ahead and work on the ears. Let's chain 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Into the third chain from the hook, don't count this one, count 1, 2, 3. Into this chain, work 1 double crochet, work 1 double crochet into the remaining 3 chains. So here's 1, 2, and 3. We worked a total of 4, not including these 3 chains in the beginning. Let's go ahead and slip stitch into the next stitch. So here we slip stitch in the beginning. Now move over to the next stitch and work your slip stitch into that stitch, like so. Work 1 single crochet into the next 2 stitches. Here's 1. And go into the following stitch, work your second single crochet into the following stitch, slip stitch, chain 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 into the third chain from the hook. So here's 1, 2, 3. We're going to work 1 double crochet. Work 1 double crochet into the next 3 chains. Here's 1, 2, and 3. We're going to slip stitch into the following stitch, which is right over here. Go ahead and slip stitch. And here we have our ears all done. Next, we're going to work 1 single crochet into the next 5 stitches. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And into the following stitch, work 2 single crochets. Here's 1, and go back into that same stitch and work your second single crochet. Repeat, work 5 single crochets, 2, 3, 4, 5, and work 2 single crochets into the following stitch. So continue working like that, and I'll meet you right over here, and we'll switch our yarn color. Let's go ahead and switch our yarn. Here I just finished with 2 single crochets. What I'm going to do is slip stitch into the space right over here. And instead of using the white color, I'm going to replace it with my green. And what I'm going to do is wrap my new color around my hook and pull through like so. And pull through one more time into the white like so. I'm going to go ahead and hold on to this 2, the yarn tail of the green and the working yarn of the white. And now, using my green color, what I'm going to do is chain 1, and I'm going to go ahead and work my single crochets all around this ears right over here. I'm going to go ahead and work in my yarn tails, the white and the green, as I work. So here I'm just going to go ahead and work my single crochet like so, and I'm going to continue and work my single crochets on the side of the ear into the chains that we created like so. So on the side of the ear I have 4 single crochets worked. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4. Into this chain 3 space right over here, we're going to work 3 single crochets. So here's 1, go back into that same space and work 2 more single crochets. Here's my second, and I'm going to go back into that same chain 3 space and work my 3rd single crochet. Now we can cut this yarn tails, we don't need them. And let's continue. We're going to work 1 single crochet on the other side of the ear. Like so. So again, I have a total of 4 single crochets on the side. Now we're going to jump to the single crochet that we made right over here and work your single crochet there. 1 more. And 1 more right into this single crochet right there. And now we're going to work on the side of the ear again, working on single crochets into the chains that we made. One more, and then into the chain 3 space, once again we're going to work 3 single crochets. Here's 1, 2, and 3. Now on the side of the ear, I'm going to work my 4 single crochets. So here's 1, 2, 3, and 4. So this is how it looks like so far. Now what we need to do is work our single crochets here, and also we're going to add this little whisker area or the little cheeks area, and I'll show you how that's done. I'm going to go ahead and work my single crochet into the next single crochet like so. Here's 1, 2, 3, and 4, and into the 5th one we're going to work a picot. So start with the single crochet, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, using the sides, the side loops of the single crochet. I'm going to pick them up with my hook like so, yarn over and pull through all 3 loops. So we just slip stitch using the single crochet. Here's our first picot. Let's go ahead and work on 4 more. The 3 in the middle, I'm going to chain 4. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4, work a picot once again, pick up the side loops of the single crochets and yarn over and pull through all 3 loops. Now repeat, go into the next single crochet, work your single crochet, chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and work a picot. One more with the chain 4, and last one we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and work your picot. Like so. So here we did a little cheeks of the bunny. Let's move on. For the next part, you're going to need some sort of a stitch marker. I'm using a piece of yarn. And what we're going to do is we're going to count 9 stitches from here. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Into the 9th stitch, go ahead and add your stitch marker. And that's where we're going to start our picots. So I'm just going to tie it loosely and leave it alone. So let's finish off and just continue working single crochets until we get to our stitch marker. So continue working your single crochets until you get to the stitch marker. So here I finished working on my single crochets, and you should have 9 single crochets left. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Go ahead and remove your stitch marker. So let's start with our picots. We're going to work a single crochet, chain 3, and slip stitch into the next stitch. Work your single crochet, chain 4, and slip stitch, single crochet into the next stitch, chain 4, and slip stitch, again single crochet into the next stitch, chain 4, and slip stitch using the side loops, and one more single crochet, and this time chain 3, and go ahead and work on your picot. Here we have our little cheeks all done. Now you should have 4 single crochets left, and all we're going to do is just work our single crochets into the remaining 4 stitches. And to end this round, which is our last round, we're going to slip stitch right over here where we started. Slip stitch and fasten off. Cut your yarn. Let's go ahead and work on our yarn tails. Go ahead and pull on this yarn tail to tighten the center one more time. And using the double crochets, I'm going to insert my needle into the back loops of the double crochets, as many as I can. It's a little bit hard because we did tighten the stitches, but try your best. Now going the opposite direction, drop one loop of the double crochet and insert your needle into any of the loops of the double crochets that you can. Pull through, and one more time, drop one of your loops and go into any of the double crochets that you can, back loops only, and pull through and cut your yarn tail. Now let's work on this one. I like to bring my yarn tail to the back, so I'm just going to use this stitch and go towards the back like that, and then using the side of the other stitch, I'm going to bring it up like so. Now using any of the single crochets right over here, I'm going to insert my needle into the back loops of the single crochets like so. Pull through. I'm going to go up a little bit more and then bring it down, dropping one of the loops of the single crochet like that, and then one more time coming up like so. Cut your yarn tail and you are done. Now don't forget to block your work and you're pretty much done. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.